Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Zahra.polyglot, a 19-year-old polyglot. I can speak in 8 different languages and currently I'm studying economics and finance at Tsinghua University in China. I'm pursuing my degree in Chinese and I have received a lot of questions of people asking me about my experiences as a student studying in this university. I'm gonna talk about the advantages, the disadvantages, and I'm gonna share with you guys the reality of studying at a top university in the world and in China. Of course, you guys know that Chinese people are very famous by them being super hardworking and being ambitious and super smart. So where I am today is actually the place where the smartest people of China and Asia are living and studying. So the first thing about Chinese people being super smart, I do not really agree on this. I mostly agree on the fact that they're super hardworking. Chinese people are super hardworking. They do the thing that they should do. Okay, I'm not gonna be stereotypical. I'm not talking about everyone, but we're talking about the majority of people. They live with certain rules that are actually helping them accomplish what they want to. So let me tell you about my friends over here. My classes are all with Chinese students and I had a pretty good interaction with them. These people never started getting ready for university. They never actually started studying for university. They were in this path since the first day that they were born, most of them. So when I asked my friends if they started studying for the Gaokao, is the Chinese university entrance exam, they actually told me that they didn't start during their high school. Actually, from the beginning, they were meant to get into a high university. Their parents put a lot of energy, a lot of resources. They provided anything they could for their child to study well. Most of my classmates were actually the top people in their cities since they were kids. So like from the beginning, they were actually very eligible to come to Tsinghua because they were all winning a lot of competition. The Chinese Gaokao exam is out of 700 or 750. So you should be literally the best in your country. And it's very stressful. It's only once a year. Parents usually really take this seriously. Like for them, university actually determines a person's success. You know, like in the US or in Europe, a lot of people don't really care about this. Okay, I'm not talking about everyone, but education is not priority for a lot of people. A lot of people mostly look at the abilities that you can gain during studies. Like a lot of kids go work in different places, coffee shops, Starbucks, McDonald's, a good experience. So like in the West, it's mostly like that. But what I have realized in China is that academics is so important. So no matter what, they basically judge you. They basically put you in the list based on your university, based on your marks, based on what you're doing. So like, let's say for Tsinghua University, it's very funny because I'm gonna post the videos here. You guys can see actually when somebody gets into Tsinghua, for them it means that they reach to a whole success in life. Their job, their future job is like guaranteed a very high salary job. And for families, getting into Tsinghua and Peking University is just the end of success for their child. So let's say a lot of people say that, yeah, like my friends, they said they were the first person to get into Tsinghua from their own city after like 20 years. So imagine how difficult it is that when after 20 years somebody from that place gets into Tsinghua University, the entire city actually does celebrate that. And in the whole country, that person basically gets such a big privilege. So that's about the Chinese people, and that's what I'm saying, that the students here are truly geniuses. So this is about the Chinese students. About the international students, it's not really different from Chinese students, but I do believe that it's less academic. So most of the international students I know are having a GPA of 4. I do have my friends, most of them, having like 100% for their high school score. And but the main thing is that every international student here is super unique. Like, I can actually see that they were looking for people who are unique, who are different. There is something so special, an ability, a talent, or something that the student has been pursuing, let's say extracurriculars, that is very, makes that person very unique in that school. So this is something that I mostly realize. But among internationals, I can really see how tough the competition is and how difficult it is. I do truly believe that Tsinghua University is like ranked, it was 12, now it's 8, I think, yeah, in the world, 12, 8, around that. But for international students, it is more difficult. Oh my god, I see Peking University from here. This is Peking University, if you guys can see this one. Yeah. Studying at Tsinghua University as an international student is more difficult than studying at MIT or Harvard University. And now I will tell you why. Chinese is my 7th language. I'm having HSK 5. It's equal to like the end of B2, the beginning of C1, something. So my Chinese is considered pretty good, but the classes are actually taught by Chinese professors. The lessons are all in Chinese. Even though my Chinese is pretty good, I still do not understand a lot of things in the classes. Not only me, a lot of my classmates, international students who got a better Chinese level, they do not understand the classes either, because guys, China is very big. China is very big. The teachers come from different parts of this country. So imagine, like, the accents are different, the way of talking is different. Some of the teachers are from south of China, from Shanghai. Even though they try their best to speak 普通话, which is like the standard Chinese, we still have issues understanding the classes. The exams, the homework, the classwork, everything is not in your mother tongue. It is a huge struggle trying to understand the books and everything in the most difficult language of the world. Other universities, of course, scoring high is important, but there are a lot of different factors that helps students get into that university. But for Chinese universities, for Chinese students, the Chinese entrance exam is the most important factor that will let someone get into that university. So this is about the Chinese students. So if the Chinese students are like that, is it easy for you to make friends? No, it's not. And this is something very shocking for me. Oh my god, sorry. I feel like this is just looks very big on me right now. It's just like an oversized hoodie after a while. So I was studying in another university before coming here. I was studying at the University of International Business and Economics for my language year, and I had a lot of friends. Chinese friends, of course. My classmates were not Chinese, but I had a lot of Chinese friends, and they were super fun, super extroverted, super friendly. Their personality was just super outgoing, and I can say that probably 95% of the people I met at my previous university were like this. But here, no. I'm not generalizing. Like, I'm very scared to say these people are like that, that people are like that, because a lot of people are just gonna comment down below that, oh my god, why are you saying that this is like that, this is not like that, like I met someone who is blah blah blah. I'm talking about my own experiences and the people who I met and other people's experiences. My classmates are all the top of their country, and that means that they are very, very nerdy in a good way. They study a lot, they have ambitions and everything. But for me, as someone who's super active, super talkative, super extroverted, I could barely make friends with the Chinese students here. Most of my friends are internationals. I feel like there is a wall between the Chinese students and the international students. Most of them are super shy to come and make friends with us. So that's just something that like made me a little bit upset, because when I came here I really expected to find a lot of Chinese friends to improve my Chinese with them, but then I ended up not finding. Most of my friends right now are internationals because I live in an international dormitory. Even among international students, we have like more than half of, okay, I'm not gonna say how much, but a big number of people who have Chinese as their mother tongue. So if you think that if you come to a Chinese university and you're gonna be considered as internationals and like they're gonna take it easier to internationals, no, because most of the internationals do have Chinese as their mother tongues, coming from some countries where the language spoken there is Chinese, or they are immigrants, or they're mixed. Some people here who are like the 5th generation of Chinese immigrants to their country. So this makes a very big population of the international students here. So you're gonna be among the minorities who doesn't have Chinese as their mother tongue. And a lot of my friends here who are actually like foreigners, a lot of them lived in China their entire life. And some of them have, even though they are, let's say, like American or let's say Russian, their Chinese is better than their mother tongue because they grew up in China. So this is pretty difficult because you need to compete with those people who do completely understand the class, who have a pretty strong background at math and other things, because they either studied with the Chinese curriculum or it was pretty close to the Chinese curriculum. So for me, coming from the background, like an American school background, it was pretty difficult to catch the calculus and math that the students were studying here. Of course, thank God I did APs, so APs helped me a lot, but it's still a big challenge. So if you are willing to study at a Chinese university, please consider that their background, Chinese students' background, especially if you're coming to a top university, their background is going to be way stronger than yours. I put 100 on studying while the Chinese students were barely studying right now, because everything we studied right now this semester were pretty easy for them. They were, I mean, naturally also smart, so like they did it way better than I did. I put way more time than they were putting. My first semester here, I still don't have enough experience to judge it. Of course, I also have very nice friends who do help me in my lessons and everything. The teachers are super humble. I mean, the professors who teach at Tsinghua are, of course, the best professors in their field, but they're actually super humble. They're actually like best friends with their students. Like if that student wants to be best friends with the teacher would become. But for our case, in the classes, not only in this university, but when I went to like other universities to just like listen to the class, I saw that these students don't listen to classes. Like I post on my stories and a lot of you guys reply that, why is nobody looking at the teacher? I don't know. Like I don't completely understand the class. I have a reason not to listen to the teacher, but actually when you go to the class, you see that nobody's looking at the teacher. 95% of the students are doing something else, which is also something so shocking. Like, why do you come to the class? Because our classes don't even have attendance. Like, more than half of my classes don't have attendance. I don't really understand this thing, which somehow makes me feel kind of bad, because like the professor is actually putting his all effort on us to teach us and everything, and then when he looks at the students, nobody's looking at him. There are a lot of experiences I would love to share with you guys right now. I think that's the main things that I would like to share with you guys, like a general overview about like studying at a top university, because it's super tough. I really experienced the hardest moments of my life studying here. Studying things in Chinese, translating them, and then of course not understanding a lot of things in the class, so being my own teacher, teaching myself everything all over again. It's super frustrating, but it's worth it. And thank you guys for watching this video. I think that's pretty much it. I really hope that you guys like this video. If you're planning to come to China, if you're planning to study at a top university in China, don't forget to let me know down below in the comments. If you have any other questions, you can also ask me. I would love to answer it. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe if you like to, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.